Hello everyone, I'm Paul and this is problem 1358. Number of substrings containing all three characters. This is a medium problem and next I will show you my intuition, approach and efficient solution. We are given a string S consisting only of characters A, B and C, and we have to return the number of substrings with at least one occurrence of these three characters A, B and C. So in case you know what a substring is, it's a contiguous selection of elements. Here we have this string and we can take a substring with these three A's, for example. We could take another one with these three characters or with these two, but we can take a substring with these two characters A and B because they are not contiguous. If we're given this input, we can build a valid substring with these three characters because we have at least one A, at least one B and at least one C. So the result is now 1. We can take this valid substring also because we have 2 A's, 1 B, 1 C, so the result is 2, and this substring is also valid. Here we have 3 A's, 1 B, 1 C, so the final result is 3. This happens with the total number of substrings with at least one occurrence of these characters A, B, and C. Now, maybe you are thinking about iterating every possible substring. We know that we can do this with a nested for loop, but this requires big O of n to the power of 2 time complexity. And here n can be up to 5 times 10 to the power of 4. This to the power of 2 is a large number which we can't handle this without time limit exceeded. So we have to think about something else. My next idea here was to use sliding window. So let's see how this works. Let's say that we are given this input. We have a valid substring if it has at least one occurrence of the characters A, B, and C. So we need to keep track of frequencies. How can we do this? Well, with something called frequency map. In case you know what this is, here we store frequencies of unique characters in the string. In this case, frequencies of A, B, and C. So now we can iterate characters from left to right. And we will do this with 2 pointers, left and right. You will see why in a few seconds. So first we are here and we are looking at the right pointer. The corresponding character is A and this is the first A that we see, so we need to add it to the frequency map. Here we put A and the count is 1. Now the right pointer is here and this is the first B that we see, so we add it here in the frequency map and the count is 1. Now right is here and we don't have this character in the frequency map, so we add it and the corresponding count is 1. Now in this window from left to right, we have a valid substring. Why? Well, because the frequency of A is greater than 0, the frequency of B is greater than 0, and the frequency of C is greater than 0. So every time we are checking if we have at least one occurrence of these three characters. Given that here we have at least one everywhere, this is a valid substring. And if this is a valid substring, we can include more characters. This is also a valid substring, this is also valid, and this is also valid. So as soon as we find a valid substring, we can add n minus r to the result. Here we have 6 characters, so n is 6, and r is here at index 2. 6 minus 2 is equal to 4, which means that here we have 1, 2, 3, and 4 valid substrings. So now the result is 4. Remember that we are looking at this window from left to right. So now we will try to shrink this window, meaning move left to the right, and see if we still have at least one A, at least one B, and at least one C. Because if we still preserve the required frequencies, well, we can add more valid substrings to the result. So before moving left, we need to remove the frequency of this character from the frequency map. So we go to the frequency of A and subtract 1. This is now 0. And now we can move the left pointer. Now left is here, this is the current window, and we have 0 A's. So we don't have a valid substring here, which means that we can continue and move the right pointer. Now R is here and the current character is A, so we go to the frequency map, add A here and add 1 to the count. Now we have 1A, 1B and 1C. So this is a valid substring, and if this is valid, this is also valid and this is also valid. So how many valid substrings do we have? Well, remember what we did before. We do n, meaning 6, minus r. Here r is at index 0, 1, 2, 3. 6 minus 3 is equal to 3. So we add this to the result, and 4 plus 3 is equal to 7. And given that this is valid, now we want to shrink the window and see if we can add more values to the result. So before moving the left pointer, we need to subtract this frequency from the frequency map. We go to B, subtract 1, and this is 0. Now we can move left. Now this is the window. We have 1C and 1A, so we move right. Now this is the window and the current character is B, so we go here, add 1, now we have 1A, 1B, 1C, so this is valid, and if this is valid, this is also valid. So we add to the result 6 minus the index for the right pointer. This is index 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 6 minus 4 is equal to 2, and 7 plus 2 is equal to 9, so this is the result. Now we will try to shrink the window, so before moving left, we need to subtract this frequency. We go to C, subtract 1, this is 0, now we can move left. Now this is the window, we have 1A, 1B, so we can continue and move right. Now this is the window, the current character is C, so we go here, add 1, and now we have 1A, 1B, 1C. As you can see here in the window, we have the same, which means that this is a valid substring, so we add 6 minus the R pointer, which is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 minus 5 is equal to 1. We add this to the result, and this is now 10. Now we need to shrink the window, so we go to this character, subtract 1, and the frequency is 0. Now we can move left. Now this is the window, and given that we have 0 A's, we can move the right pointer. Now we are out of bounds, so we can return 10 in this case. And by doing this, we are solving the problem in big O of n time complexity. And maybe you are wondering why, because here we have 2 pointers. And the answer is that we never go back with this pointer. So this is overall big O of n, and space complexity is big O of 1, because here we have a dictionary with only 3 characters. So with this in mind, let's go with the code. First, we can say that n is the length of the string, and we need a frequency map. In Python, we can use a default dictionary with a default value of 0 for every key. The result is 0 initially, and we have 2 pointers. Left is initially 0, and right is also 0. So we can say for every right in range n, first we need to add the frequency of the character corresponding to the right pointer. So frequency map at the character corresponding to the right pointer plus equal 1. And now we can say while left is strictly smaller than right, and we have enough characters for a valid substring. In Python, we can do this. All frequency map at the current character is strictly greater than 0 for every character in, and here we use A, B, and C. In this scenario, we can add to the result the amount of substrings corresponding to n minus r. Remember the drawing. And now we can try to shrink the current window. So we are about to move the left pointer. Before doing this, we need to subtract the corresponding frequencies. So frequency map, and here we take the character corresponding to the left pointer, minus equal 1. And now we can move the left pointer. So after the main for loop, down here, we can return result. Let's submit this and see if it works. As you can see, this works and it's efficient enough. Maybe you can make the code slightly more efficient, but this is already very efficient in terms of time and space complexity. So if you found this useful, please drop a like, subscribe, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.